What's going on? Everybody going Youper here. What's happening? Before we go any further, hit that like button. It makes me smile. I know the lighting isn't great in here. That's okay. I usually don't upload on weekends, but today I had to upload something real quick. Well, two things. There's two things. Three things. There's four things I want to talk to you all about real quick. I'll make it real quick. I'm not looking to make $1 million off this video, okay? So I'm not going to make it go 10 minutes, make you get 2 ads. Just want to quickly put this out here. First things first. Super stoked. Bed. 24 babies last night, their first meals. And only 4 of them didn't take their first meal. That's awesome. That's awesome. I've had it reversed before where only 4 took the meal and 20 didn't. And that makes for a very scary situation where tends to lead to at least a few of them having to be assist fed. And there's nothing worse than that. It's so time consuming. It's so stressful on the animal. I hate it. So awesome sign to walk into. Now, I've been doing things a little different this season when it comes to feeding my hatchlings their first meal. Now, I used to use the tongs. A lot of people use their tongs, and a lot of people use hopper mice to get their ball pythons their first meals. I don't. I like to try and get everybody on rat pinks at all cost. I will try for the first couple weeks to get them on rat pinks. If they don't take rat pinks, then I have to resort to the mouse hoppers. That doesn't happen too often, but it does happen from time to time. The other thing is I stopped feeding my hatchlings on tongs. Because I'm feeding live pinkies, when you grab a steel tong, I'm probably, to be honest with you, even a padded tong, it makes the pinky squeal and stuff, and I don't like that for one, and two, the snakes don't like that. If you have a timid snake already, that is enough to put them off of food, and those are the ones that seem to be the ones I end up having to assist feed. Now again, that doesn't happen super often, but when it does, it puts a crutch in it, you know. There was a time where somebody sent me a bunch of hatchlings that had issues, didn't have their first meals. They were supposed to send them to me after they took their first meals, but something came up. All of a sudden, oh my gosh, there's an emergency. I need to send you all these snakes. And out of the 19 snakes, I had to assist feed 16 of them every single week. And one of them I had to assist feed for a complete year. And it finally started hammering food, and now it's one of my gluttons. Weird how these things work. But I stopped using these feeding hatchlings, and I've been doing it by hand. I actually posted a video to my Instagram with that, so he's like, oh, dude, why are you doing that? Oh my, you're crazy. Let me tell you, a little tag from my baby ball python is not much of anything at all. You don't even really notice it. Matter of fact, it's nice to see. It's nice to see that the snake is striking and stuff like that. So to me, it doesn't even faze me like that. I'm not concerned about it. But it's worked really well for me. Another thing that I never hear anybody talk about, and maybe other people don't do this, maybe they do, and it just slips their mind as well. One thing that I look for when I'm going to give my snake their first meal is this. You see this paper towel? It's just put in there. This is 2 days old, okay, and put in there 2 days ago, the snake, and I seen that it is defecating. That's a sign that I want to see when I'm going to feed a snake the first time. I want to make sure that they actually can pass their bowels. I've had issues where if your belly heat ain't up to temp and ain't right, that sometimes these snakes will not take their first meal because it's just not warm enough in there. Well, they'll take their first meal, but they can't digest their first meal because the belly heat just ain't warm. So I bumped my heat up a little bit to about 91 in my hatchling rack, and it seems to work really well. And I've also been offering them by hand, and if they don't take it by hand, then I will set the pinky on the opposite side of their tub, and I will just let it be for the night. And that's exactly what I did. This is the second time I've tried it, and that's exactly what I did. And when I came in, almost every single one of them took a meal. I think stressing them out, hanging your big hands over the top of them and with tongs and stuff, I think that's very intimidating. They feel like you're going to eat them. So this way seems to be working out well. I'm going to keep doing it that way, and I'll let you know how it works. But that's one thing I don't hear people talk about. If I don't see some marks on their paper towel after a couple days of coming out of their first shed, then I am suspicious about that. To be honest with you, out of their first shed, they should all defecate right away after that. So I really keep an eye out on that. That's something you want to keep an eye out on. And if you see it, then you know, okay, this is a good time. I can go ahead and feed my baby. If you don't see it, you might want to either bump the temperatures up a little bit more for that one itself. There's a few things you can try. Warm baths work really well. Sometimes they're just not digesting well, so if you soak them in warm water, lukewarm water, I'm talking no higher than 89 to 90 degrees. should be sufficient. Even up to 92 degrees should be sufficient for a short period of time, no longer than 10 to 15 minutes. And I found that that has helped them pass their first stool as well. So I really want to get into a big learning lesson thing here. I'm just telling you things that I work and things that I've noticed. Again, you do things the way you want to do them that makes you feel good. I'm not going to judge. I'm not about judging. I have to judge myself, and that's it. All right, so before I go, I want to tell you all I'm going to be live tomorrow on my Animal House and Iron Dog Reptiles joint show called Iron Animal Show. I love that name. I think it's awesome. On that show, I'm going to make an announcement about something really cool, and I'm going to tell you all about somebody very cool that did something very nice. And we need more of this in the community because I think this is going to be how we all start to spread out and grow. At least I'm hoping so, okay? In the overall scheme of things, I would like to see everybody succeed. I've said this 1,000 times. If a new guy like me can come on the block, first time throwing up a morph market page and sell out of every animal he had within the first 2 months, yeah, there's enough pie for everybody, and I'm willing to share it. I prefer to share it. Here's the thing. I need you to do good with what you're doing because I might end up with one of your animals one day, and I want that animal to be in the best care possible. So it's in my best interest to be part of this community, help guide and help be guided. There's a lot of things that I've been guided through and helped through, and I'm very grateful. So I think that's what a lot of the people in the community are starting to do now, and I think we're going to really grow, grow, and grow. And it's really nice to see unity when the whole world is trying to separate from each other. So this is one safe place we all have that we all can go. And if we're ever being judged, it's from the heart. It's not out of spite. So know that, and I'm super appreciated being part of this deal. So I'll put the link to Iron Dog's channel as well as um, my Animal House's channel because I'm not really sure which channel is going to be running the show. But be watching for it because I have a pretty cool announcement that has to do with my upcoming giveaway from the survey as well as future plans with Let's Make a Youper deal. So that's all I'm going to say on it. But I'm really stoked to tell you this news. This is really exciting that people are reaching out. So I said too much. All right, everybody, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, let you know I upload a video. Go check out the channels below so you can join. Just join them both. And that way, whatever one pops up when you hit the notification bell on their channel, you'll know. Because I'm not exactly sure which channel they do it on. I'm kind of a bum. Sorry. But I watch them all the time. All the time. All right, I'm out. See me. Bye.